Hello, I am here in the kitchen where my mother lives, and my brother is actually coming in a few minutes. My brother and his family, they are coming from the US, and we are going to be hanging out here for the next 2 weeks.
My brother and his family had come all the way to Sweden from the northern part of the United States, in Vermont.
Välkommen!
Tjenare! Tackar! Läget?
Hej!
Kul att se dig!
Hi! Hello! How are you?
Oj. Först och träffa honom.
Here he comes! Här kommer han! Oj! Där är du. Och här är jag. Nu kommer tåget. Nu kommer tåget.
Tjena! Går du ihåg vilka tåg det är?
Ja.
Det är farbror William, en duktig lekledare, tycker du?
Ja.
God morgon.
God morgon, här fåglar sjunger glatt. God morgon, ekar.
Kom och leka hos mig sen och bada.
Ja.
Det är ganska varmt i vattnet.
Here comes the Americans. Hello! We are here at the Museum of Eskilstuna. It's raining 12 degrees Celsius in the middle of the summer, like always. Not always, but sometimes.
My brother and I enjoyed playing around, just like all the kids did. We had a good time inside the museum, playing around on all the machines.
Får du dumpa igenom dig? Jag vill guy behind.
Hallå där! Kom du ut i hålet nu? We are inside a really old museum here in Eskilstuna, where you can see some of the first fire trucks.
My sister and her husband had arrived, so we went back to the house. They live in the south part of Sweden and had come with their mobile home, about a 5-hour drive from my mother's house. The evening was coming closer and we were getting ready to go for a run.
Hallå!
Hallå!
Nu drar vi och springer.
It's going to be like a big conference in Helsingborg for 6 persons, and I got to be the one that's going
Okej, nu får jag sitta ner.
everything together. Moderator, jag vet inte om man säger det.
Jo.
Vad säger moderator?
The next day,
We are gonna go and play some Frisbee golf, and we had to take the bikes, me and my sister and her husband, because there was no room in the car.
Ja, det kan.
Nu får du flytta på dig.
Hur känns det?
Det känns bra. Nu ska jag se på en hole-in-one. Shit, vad hög.
It's time for hole number 5.
Oh.
we had a good time playing Frisbee golf. but my grandmother and uncle were on their way.
Nu rullar den ner igen.
1 hour later.
It's a nice summer day here in Sweden. Everybody's here. My uncle's here. My grandmother is here. My mother is here. My brother, my sister, and her husband.
My grandmother had arrived, and she got the chance to see her kids. Everyone was there except for my father and his brother. The next day.
Nu ska vi åka iväg och kolla på Alriksristningen och vi har precis fått kunnat lasta in en bil. Vi håller på att städa ur den andra bilen. Det är bara en D3-motor. Så att det viktigaste är ekonomin framför miljön.
En stor hemsk bil här som gör att man inte ser.
Hon är bra där bak.
We were on our way to a historic runestone from the Viking Age of Sweden.
Nu är vi på väg till Alrikssten. Så det blir kul.
Det ska bli spännande.
Alla är samlade.
We had come to visit a famous landmark from the Viking Age of Sweden. The Viking Age in Sweden took place between the year 750 to 1000. The message on this runestone is from Alrik, whose family was part of a clan that dominated this region of Sweden.
Alrik was the son of Sigrid and Spjut, and Alrik erected this runestone to celebrate the success of his father Spjut, who had been conquering the west part of Sweden. The area behind me was once one of the biggest graveyards in all of Sweden. People were buried underneath these hills that you can see.
The graveyard behind the hills of Alrik's runestone has around 1,000 graves that are more than 1,000 years old, but we can only speculate on why there's such a big graveyard here.
Vi ska ner på stan och äta. Coming up here is the high school that I went to when I was 16, 17, 18. Right here is where we had our classroom.
I was on a bike going through the town of Eskilstuna to meet up with the others. I spent the first 20 years of my life in this city with a population of 100,000 people. There are many old parts of Eskilstuna where you can see how people lived hundreds of years ago. We were all about to have lunch, some typical Swedish food: potatoes, fish, meatballs, and a bunch of salad. It was nice that we were all gathered together. It usually doesn't happen very often.
Hej då!
Ja, jag kan filma dit.
Ja, då drar vi då.
I said goodbye to my grandmother and got into my sister's mobile home.
Parkar vi upp i husbilen. It's a little bit better here than the mobile home I had in Australia. A little bit bigger. They even have a shower in here.
It was a hot summer day in Sweden, so we were on our way to the lake.
Nu ska vi bada, Mälaren.
Ja, men vi glömde termometern i husbilen så vi skulle kunna kolla hur varmt där.
Aha. Är du taggad på vad, Adam?
Är jag taggad?
Ja.
Nej, jag har aldrig taggad på bad. Alltid för kallt.
Jag är sentaggad.
Är du?
We had come to swim in the third biggest lake of Sweden. It stretches all the way from the east part to the west part of Sweden. The temperature was about 25 degrees Celsius, so we were getting ready to jump in. One hour later. Me, my sister and her husband were now on the way to see my father.
We have arrived.
We had been driving for about 30 minutes, and now we had made it to my dad.
Here comes my dad.
He has a little dog that he likes a lot, and he lives not too far from a lake.
Men det är du som skrev det.
Skål! Välkommen. Kul att alla är här. Skål på er.
Skål.
The sun is about to set.
The evening was coming closer, and we were on our way down to watch the sunset.
Massa myggor här. Adam springer runt med en myggutrotare.
Hur funkar den där myggutrotaren?
Den värmer upp en liten platta som släpper ut en gas.
Aj.
Så ska jag hålla mycket och klart borta, men det tar en kvart innan den blir till varm så att den släpper.
Vad så tryggt att ha sån man fixar allting till en.
Strobe light.
Nu ska vi se. Ni ska ner.
Här. Eva går in här och Johan går in.
Ja.
The next morning.
The three strong guys
Ja. Och Magnus.
and Magnus.
4 strong guys.
Yes, 4 strong guys.
My brother and his family had arrived to the house, and we had another incredible summer day in Sweden.
Ett halvt kilo.
Hej då.
I said goodbye to my sister and her husband, and we were heading down to the lake again to go swimming.
Just came back from swimming. Here is my brother's second kid, Magnus. Är det bra? There's a little dilemma here. My dad's dog has been barking, and my brother's kids are afraid of the dog. So now the dog is in detention.
Daniel had come to visit. He has almost been part of our family my whole life. He went away with my brother, and the dog was set free again. 1 hour later.
Joho, Aina! Kom! Då ska vi inte ut på stan och leka någonstans. Sen kommer till lunch. Lägg till kvällsmat.
Allihop.
Later that night.
Jump up and down.
This is a different album. This is a really good song.
Nu kommer farbror Willy med kameran här.
Så...
might have to go to bed soon.
It's been a good day today. The sun has been really nice today. Really good weather and an overall good day. We went swimming a couple of times and now it's 11 in the evening, but it's still light outside. It never really gets dark in Sweden. Look.
Later on.
Nu ska vi ha räkfrossa. Räkfrossa. Är du redo för din räkfrossa?
Nu är jag redo att frossa rejält. Total frossa ska det bli.
It's a nice evening here in Sweden. It's about 28 degrees Celsius and this is actually what I like about Sweden. In the summer it's really nice. But then the winter comes and everything sucks.